In a previous video, I talked about the 3 laws of Leviticus. I'll post that video down below if you're interested, but I want to go into a little bit more detail on one of those, which are the ceremonial laws. And oftentimes, if the people of Israel were unclean for whatever reason, they would go through a ceremonial ritual to become clean again. And if you were unclean, you couldn't go to God's temple, which means you couldn't be with God's people. And if you were to touch somebody else, that would make them unclean too, right? And so you were oftentimes seen as a pariah. And here's why it's significant, not just in Leviticus, but in Mark chapter 5, there's a story of a woman who had been bleeding for 12 years, and she had been suffering with this. She spent all her money going to doctors to try to become well again, and nothing worked. But she heard Jesus was coming into town, and so even though it was a risk to touch him, she was willing to risk it all. And so she touched Jesus, she becomes clean again. And here's the amazing news: Jesus came to flip the script. He didn't come to make us go through some ceremonial rituals, but Jesus came to help us with whatever we're struggling with, that when we're unclean, right, we can go to Jesus and he'll make us clean again.